Hey there, I hope you're doing well. We are going to talk about the full moon in Capricorn that is happening on the 21st or the 22nd, depending on where you are in the world, and the Sabian symbol that is connected to that full moon. But before I get into that, if you like what I'm doing on my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. Also, check out my website, rashunda.com. I have a lot of information on that website under writings. I have a blog there. Lots of info about tarot and spirituality, and it's all free. No Substack, no Patreon. You can just go there and read it. Just, take in everything that I have, I guess, if you'd like. But anyway, I'd appreciate it if you check it out because I'm pretty proud of my website. I think it looks good. Okay, so this full moon in Capricorn, I believe, is a good time to take a look at power. Not just how powerful we are, but how we use and maybe misuse that power. How sometimes when we want to show how powerful we are, how the collective can make or break something, how sometimes we may unintentionally do the latter. And I'm going to bring up something that happened a few weeks ago, and that was the social media blocking of celebrities during the Met Gala because they weren't speaking out about the war on Gaza and the all-out assault in Palestine. They were not using their platform to do that during the Met Gala, or even just in general. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But to explain the full moon, we have the first of two Capricorn full moons upon us. The second one is in exactly a month. So we're going to have a Capricorn full moon for June and then one in July. Now, for me, a full moon in Capricorn puts the focus on, think of these keywords: power, leadership, discipline, external public personas, and responsibility. And when we link that to the emotions of the full moon, the needs, there may be this need to show leadership, to exert power, and to do it publicly, taking responsibility and needing to show that we are doing it. So that's the full moon in Capricorn. Now let's take a look at the Sabian symbol for this full moon, which is happening. The full moon is happening at 1 degree 7 minutes Capricorn. And remember, for Sabian symbols, you round up. So we're going to look at the Sabian symbol for 2 degrees Capricorn. And it is 3 rose windows in a Gothic church damaged by war. Now, Rudyard in the book, An Astrological Mandala, Rudyard talks about the disruptive consequences of war, and says here, the chief who claimed power from his tribe in order to lead or save it must reckon with the consequences of a too impulsive use of this power in terms of violence. Now, let's turn the heat down on this and take the word violence out of it. But this is Rudyard's explanation of this Sabian symbol. Now, during the block party, when we were, and I mean the collective, when we were posting videos about how to block celebrities, posting videos of us blocking the celebrities, just talking about this blocking of celebrities, the unintended consequence, at least in my opinion, of this impulsive use of power was that the focus shifted from Palestine to the Met Gala and the celebrities. And I want to say, I can't prove this. Maybe I can't. Maybe, I'll look this up. But I want to say that Israel may have increased the bombing during this time. I'm not even sure if people noticed. By needing to show, by saying, we are so pissed off at these celebrities being the center of attention and not using that center of attention for good, we wanted, or we needed to do something. So what we did was we placed more attention on these celebrities and the action that we were taking against these celebrities to show how pissed off we were and still are. And it took emphasis away from Palestine and on the fact that we were blocking. We were blocking these celebrities. And that was that unintended consequence of using this action. And I'm going to be real honest here. As someone who has a background in marcoms, marketing and communications, and has been in the room in these corporations with folks when things like this have happened, there's a strong chance that that chief marketing officer said, you know what, let's just wait until this blows over, because it will. The drop in followers is artificial. So let's just wait and wait and see what happens. I don't think anyone lost their job or lost their contract over not speaking out. Now, you had some folks that did lose their contracts because they spoke out. For example, let me go ahead and say this. When folks started talking about blocking Susan Sarandon, I was just shocked. I just said, okay, this is going too far, because Susan Sarandon has been one of the few celebrities that has been very, very vocal about Palestine and very, very supportive of Palestine for decades, not just right now, but for decades. And Sarandon lost her agent. And that's when I said, okay, this is going, kind of pear-shaped here, this blocking. I actually saw more, posts and more coverage about the protest action than the original reason for the protest, which was Palestine. Also, like with the university action in support of Palestine, I saw more coverage of the university action and the students than I did about Palestine. But I'm getting off the point here, but you understand what I mean. The thing is, during this full moon in Capricorn, and taking the Sabian symbol for 2 degrees Capricorn into account, 3 rose windows in a Gothic church, 1 damaged by war, taking all of that into account, we need to really be careful about how we use our collective power, and make sure that we don't unintentionally shift the focus from the cause, Palestine, for example, to our actions, blocking celebrities, for example. We can use this time between the Capricorn full moons, this one and the one next month, to use our collective power to keep the focus on what's important. For example, Palestine, to bring in those Capricorn keywords like discipline in terms of what we share. We're not knee-jerking our way through things. When we do things publicly, talking about, doing something with this public persona, with our public personas, making sure that we don't become the center of attention or the main center of attention. And if we do, for whatever reason, using that attention to make sure we keep focus on what's important, like Palestine. Okay? All right. So that's the message, or at least my message, for the full moon in Capricorn, and the Sabian symbol that is connected to it. Yeah, let's just keep focus on what's important and use our power for that. So have a good one. I'll see you. Bye.